Howdy, 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 and welcome back to this world. I am really excited to see you guys. And what we did last time was this farm. It really didn't get very far. We have had very little growth. So today, I want to do something different around this house. I want to, first of all, kind of stick around in the area and make sure that this farm grows up so we can fill it out and make it look all nice and beautiful. Then I want to add some additions to our little house here. This, of course, is going to be the basement. And what a basement. I forgot I don't have Zoom. And what a basement it is. Now, I am thinking that maybe we come up here, and this is not going to connect by the end of this episode. At least, I don't think it will. But I'm thinking that we come up here and clear more of these trees out. Deforestation. It's good for the environment. And we'll make sure that we get a nice, lovely little space. We'll probably do some terraforming, fill in some dirt with some of these places here. We got a little dark hole here that we'll have to fill in or at least light up a little bit and figure out what we want to do. And of course, there will probably potentially maybe be some editing. But let's go ahead and chop down some of these trees and see what kind of space that we can work with. So here we go, and we're chopping wood, and we're chopping wood, and that was the last tree. Nice. This will look so good once all of the leaves decompose. It's going to take a hot minute, I think. And of course, we're going to have to get some fill dirt to fill that all in. So let's do a quick little turnaround. Whoop. All right. Yeah, we got a nice little area here. Let's just clean up a few of these pieces of grass and ferns because nobody needs that. And yeah, that's looking pretty good. I think I heard some zombies. They're probably in that hole over there. But I think what we want to do is kind of outline our little starter house here. So let's get a few blocks going. We'll start with a pillar there. Oh, that's going to be real annoying. I'll have to take care of that later. 2, 3, 4, 5. And, you know, I think I like that. That's kind of small area here. And then we'll come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do something like that there and come out about there. And then what if we do our house? We'll have like a double door. I think that sounds good. We'll have a little double door entry. And then right over here, we'll actually 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's positive. That's an even number right there. I don't like working with even numbers. So let's actually do this. And of course, I say I don't like working with even numbers yet. I just did I'm doing a double door entry. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then of course we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I counted that block twice. We'll just see about lining this up here. Right there, I think. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh, that is even. So let's move these blocks over. One more. Let's do like one more. So there, and there, and there. And then these guys get moved over because that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, that is 5. They could be moved over 2 blocks, and then it's a single door entry. That might work a little bit better. So let's remove these guys and then move this guy over 1, just like that. And by 1, what I mean is 2, because that's what I just said. Got something like that going on. This can be an interesting little L shape. And I think, actually, we'll do this. If you're going to enter on a house, you don't want it to be like a weird, long, single hallway. That's just kind of strange. So we got that marked out. And I think, yeah, it's this guy that needs to be removed. We'll go ahead and sort of outline this with cobble as far as we can go anyways. And that, my friends, will be the start of our house. Okay. And what I'm thinking here is we'll actually have this lead up into the house. And we'll have a door, which we should have enough doors to put one here. Right about here, we'll have 1, 2, 1, 2. So that'd be a regular 3. But what I need is a little bit higher. So we'll do something like that. And then, of course, our door will be there. So we'll do doorway there. And we'll come here and do the same here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that is high enough. And there we go. And maybe we can turn this into like a little lookout tower or something. I don't know. That's a thought. And we'll just kind of bring these pillars up the rest of the way also. Okay, this is looking like a nifty little starter house. It's not much really to work with. I mean, we have a tiny little front space here, and then we have a nice rectangular open room. But if you're doing a starter house, if you make it small, it'll force you to expand outside of your comfort zone, and you have to start building other things to make things look pretty or to just be able to store more items. So, of course, over here, let's actually check on our farm. We haven't done that yet. We have a tiny little farm that is finally producing its first crops. But we have this tiny little farm, and we will surely outgrow it. Oh. Oh, I messed that up. But anyways, as I was saying, we'll surely outgrow it, and it'll be thriving in no time as soon as that stuff actually grows up. But yeah, that stuff is looking really good. We do have some sugarcane we could harvest if we wanted to, but that is where we're going with that. So back to the house. We are, of course, going to want to continue growing this up. And I think we may put a couple of farms just around the area to give it some more texture. We'll add some sweet berry bushes to give some, not texture necessarily, but some variety and some cool looking things and stuff. And I'm very eloquent with my speech, if you haven't noticed. So I think what we're going to do is I need to gather some more cobble and see if I can get stuff like andesite or gravel to put in on the floor here. And let me see if I like this combination. Yeah, it's not too bad. We could do something like that. So be working with spruce planks, although theoretically it probably would be better to use like stone type walls, so then we can actually build a roof that looks nice. Let's take these guys out, and we'll focus on doing like stone walls and floor, and then the roof will be a trim of spruce with a nice stone inside to it. Words are hard, guys. So let's see if we can get some stuff. I need stuff and things. Let's see. I have charcoal. So now I can make quite a few torches here. And we can head down into the mines and get those blocks that we're talking about, hopefully. Hopefully. So we got a nice little area here that we mined out. But let's actually keep going down. Let's see what types of stuff we run into. And of course, I can think I'm going to leave this part in, but if you guys are bored of watching the mining and the block breaking, and maybe if I run out of stuff to talk about, then we can definitely start editing this out more. Maybe I can do time lapses or something like that. I don't know. But like I said, I'm really not wanting to get back into heavy editing, but I think it's definitely helps. Helps with the retention on YouTube. So here we go. Down, down, down. Okay, so we got diorite. That's not what I want. Ooh, okay. Well, I don't think this is actually a thing yet, but we'll collect the copper. We'll collect this copper here because I think it's going to be helpful for a future update. From what I hear, you can actually get copper tools and things, which could be kind of cool. Could be really cool. So what I'm hoping for is andesite and or gravel. I need a nice texture variation with the cobblestone. Because the andesite makes it look a little bit smoother. And I really don't want to spend time smelting up cobblestone into stone. Because that feels like a waste of time when I could be building or doing something more useful. So I'm hoping to get something fancy sooner rather than later, because I really don't want to run out of torches again. That's really annoying. Yep. I've already run out of things to say. So I'm going to just do a quick little fast forward here and see how fast we can get all of these materials gathered. And a ready, and a steady, and go! Okay, that doesn't count. My pick broke almost immediately. I need to go make another pick, and then we'll actually get going. Now we can actually start going quickly. Away we go! Alright, well this is a waste of time. We're not getting any andesite. Let's just actually go smelt up a bunch of stone like I didn't want to do. Alright, we have a stack each of stone and cobblestone. I think I want to see if we can find some gravel. It's nighttime, hold on. I think I want to see if I can find some gravel over here in the water. I think, yeah, there's one of those guys again. If we can get some gravel, yes, here we go. That will help us add a little bit more texture to our area, and we don't have to worry so much about the andesite or anything like that. So I'm going to grab a bunch of this, and I will meet you guys on the other side. So I totally forgot to hit record here, but I went ahead and built a little bit of our wall here and did the floor, which looks kind of nice. We got a little bit of a gradient going on, trying to work from stone to gravel to cobble, though some of it just sort of mixes in with the cobble going straight to the stone. And then, of course, I did run out of gravel, so I went back to get some more. So this is what we're working with. I like the way it looks. We'll have a short little roof and some windows shortly. So I'm going to finish building the walls and get the windows in and get the roof on, and I will see you guys on the other side of that. All right, simple, easy, clean, except for this side. I can't see it yet, but it is completely not finished. Let me jump up here so you can see it better. There's a giant hole, and it's because the shape of it was not coming out the way I wanted it to. And I think the easiest thing to do here is just to try and install a fireplace. Now, I did change up the back part of the roof here. It's a little interesting as compared to the other side over here. Let me run all the way around this tree. And this is very easy, simple, clean right here. Just super duper easy. We'll have to add some details to make it look nice. And of course, on the front here, we'll have to add some details. But I think we need to focus here on getting a fireplace in place, which means we may be breaking these windows. Actually, definitely will be breaking these windows and adding in a fireplace just to make it look nice and good. And then, of course, on the inside, we have no detail. And I'm missing some windows here. I forgot about those. But it's just super simple. We'll be probably lining some of the roof here with um, cabinets and chests. And then we'll have different areas for smelting and stuff like that just to get ourselves started in this world. Let's do a quick little jump cut or fade, whatever kind of cut that we want to do here. I'm going to do this in post. And we'll show you what everything looks like after it's done. Okay, well, I may or may not have gotten a little carried away, but I really love how this thing turned out. But first, before we actually look at the house, let's come over here and look at the farm, which is now completely filled out. Love that. Let's actually pop a torch down there. Hopefully that'll help get it to grow a little bit faster. But we were able to spread even some of the wheat all the way over here. So we got a nice little farm going on there. So if we need to grab anything quickly, if it's grown there, that'll be great. So as far as details, I threw the fireplace up here and I decided to use some diorite, mix in some diorite, and I think it actually looks pretty good. It's a nice little accent on the outside here, and it actually looks nice. And I tried to make the fireplace look like it is getting smaller as it goes up to the top, and we of course have some fire coming out the top there, or smoke rather. I did a nice little path this way and into nowhere. Eventually, we are going to perhaps connect the path or maybe even the house to the basement here. But for now, this will remain our mine. And some other quick things. I did bushes, threw some ferns down, some flowers, and then we have the sweet berry bushes, which will grow up and look beautiful. And we'll just come around here. I did some more bushes on the back. I added torches on the corners. Torches because I don't have enough iron to make any lanterns. I did have to run all the way over there to get enough iron to make my shears. So that was a fun time. But yeah, everything's looking neat, nice. I'm trying to figure out what to do with this little gap here. It just kind of I don't know. It's a little irritating, I guess. Maybe I could throw a stair in there. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Do I have a stair? Do I have a stair? Blah 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 blah. I do. Are you gonna be the? You gonna fix my problems? Uh, okay. I mean that looks all right. It looks kind of weird, but is what it is. And of course, we'll come back in here. We have a furnace in our fireplace with a shelf above it with a couple of chests. And then over here we have a nice little bed space, I guess, with a bed, a couple of barrels being supports for this other shelf, and a crafting table up there with a nice bare area here that we'll be able to throw down some more chests and stuff as we get them. So we have some room to grow, and maybe we can do some more decorations. But that is going to be it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed the build. Hope you enjoyed hanging out with the nut that I am, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.